Extreme weight loss stars Chris and Heidi Powell show how carbs really work and why you shouldn't fear them. Starting with, carbs go to your liver first.
Because so many people are deathly afraid of carbs because they think...
Carbs?
Carbs, carbohydrates.
But don't carbs make me fat?
Exactly. That's what most people think, and that is just not the case. The fact of the matter is our body puts the carbs through a whole process before the carbohydrates are stored as fat.
Let's say I've got a whole bunch of carbohydrates here, so I'm going to eat those carbohydrates. As they go into my body, the first place that they're going to go is into my liver. Right now my liver is soaking up all of those carbs, and it's going to take those carbs to the tune of about 65 to 100 grams of carbohydrates.
For comparison, a basket of fries comes in at about 65 grams, while a fast food chicken burrito is just over 100. And after your liver has had its fill, it makes its way to the next destination, your muscles.
Next, as it overflows, it's going to overflow and spill into, these are the muscles of our body.
So once that liver fills up, then it's going to send those carbs that says, I don't need any more carbohydrates here. I'm going to send it back into the bloodstream. So the muscles start soaking up that carbohydrate to the tune of about 250 to 400 grams of carbs. We need those carbohydrates.
If we are not moving, if we are sedentary, our muscles will not absorb the carbs. So we want to make sure that we are moving, we are active.
And the final destination for those carbs? The dreaded fat.
Full of those 250 to 400 grams of carbs, this is when the carbohydrate starts to overflow into body fat. If my body doesn't use that fuel, my liver is going to take those carbohydrates, turn them into a triglyceride, and they're going to store them as body fat. We can do something about this. The more I move, the more I drain these tanks, and then I can fill them back up again, and I can drain them, and I can fill them back up, and it never overflows into body fat.
So moral of the story, carbs do not make you fat, as you can tell from that whole picture of carbohydrates that we had. You understand the point. Eat your carbs. Make sure you're moving. None of it will be stored as body fat.
Chewing the fat on how to use your carbs on the top of the list.